It's going to be less gaming on this channel. It's going to be more mask making, sculpting, challenges. Welcome to a new mask making episode, a new vlog. It's the first new episode of 2022, the year that I am going to change stuff around on this channel. What am I going to do? I am going to quit gaming. I am going to do one more episode, Halo. And the only way that I am going to do another gaming episode is if they release Far Cry Primal 2, which I think never will happen, sadly. So with that being said, if you like the actual gaming stuff that I do on this channel, you just go to Twitch, to my Twitch, and I'll game there and stuff like that. I don't have so much followers there, so I don't really feel like doing it yet. So, but who knows in the future. Now, on my channel, I'm gonna swear a lot less. Usually it was a lot of swearing and all kinds of weird stuff, in the challenges. I'm gonna tone it down a bit with that stuff now too. So I hope YouTube pushes my channel a bit more when I show my creative side and swear a bit less. So with that being said, this first new vlog episode of 2022, I'm gonna show you how I am making the mask for Marty and Michael, a duo from Australia. Most of you already know them, of course, but if you don't, you should check them out. I'll leave the links in the description to their main channel and their podcast. The mask I'm making right now is going to be revealed at their podcast. So as soon as it's done and they show it on their podcast, I'll show you the making of part 2. In this part, we're mainly going to focus on the sculpting. I recorded the entire sculpting process. So we're going to do that first. Molding, we're going to skip because it's boring and it's always the same. And in part 2, I'm going to show you how to cast and airbrush. So with that being said, let's start off with the sculpting part. So this is Marty's side and Michael's side. I still have to even it out later on. But right now I am thinking about, I have a nice space here. So I think I'm actually gonna put Julie in there, like a shrunk up, little face, like a shrunken up little face. I think that would work perfectly. This is how the mask looks at right now, the sculpt I mean. Michael and Marty and little Julian. Looks kinda awesome. Right now I'm gonna do the most satisfying part, and it's making, you know, the skin textures and stuff like that. And tomorrow I'm gonna do the, how you call it, beard and eyebrows and stuff. So yeah, cool. Let's start. Finished one after all of the textures and stuff like that. If you go closer by, you see it's, you know, a nice texture. You see bumps and stuff. My clay, too bad, is not, you know, I have like some of the old plaster still in there. It actually gives the skin a nice effect, you know, like little bumps and stuff like that. So it doesn't really matter. That's a good thing. I really have to buy new clay though. But yeah, Smarty side. Now, the same with Michael. It has Michael's facial shapes, you know. He has like nice textures to work with. But again, when you will see it with a beard later on, you will actually see, you know, that it's him even better. My English is awesome. And of course, little Julian up here. So, yeah. Tomorrow I am gonna add beard and stuff like that. And it looks like it's gonna talk to me any second now. So I would be really scared if that happened. Look at this, it looks really cool. Yeah. Family friendly. Okay. Yeah. Off to the next part. And here we go. The sculpt is done. So I'm pretty happy with it. As you can see, it's a little Julian up there. I'm really happy. It was really hard to make that little face there. Of course, the Marty part, check it out. It looks so cool. I'm really happy with this, I'm sorry. And the Michael half. I said Marty, right? Marty. Michael. So, oh man, I love it. I seriously do. A little bit closer, you can see the detail. I actually went for a beard, you know, and eyebrows, which weren't made of hair this time. You know, I'm going more for like that cartoonish style, just like their logo. And I mix it a bit with realism, of course, you know, like the skin texture. I just really like it. So, it's a really cool mask. I really dig it. Just 3 faces in one, and that took me how much days? How many days? 3 or 4 days. 3 days, I think, you know, just working a little bit now and then on it. So, oh man, it really looks cool. And next will be molding, and then this episode will be done. So, let's go to the next thing, which is the part I hate most, molding. Ugh. I hope you enjoyed the sculpting. It was a lot of fun to do. I actually really enjoyed it. Right now it's time for molding. I'm not gonna do that on video because it's boring. I can tell you how I do it. When I have the entire sculpt, the mask, I use this stuff. It's called Ultracal 30. I buy it at Maskspecialisten in Sweden. You have different types of plaster or yips. I'm not sure how you call it in English. A lot of people use, for a longer lasting mold, and to capture all the details, they use a layer of silicone first and then use the plaster on the outside. A lot of people, including myself, use only the plaster. I start off with a very thin layer, rub it in there like really good with my hands, to get rid of all of the, air bubbles and stuff like that. After that, I throw on a thicker layer, a little bit thicker, do the same thing, smack the thing around a bit, to get rid of the air bubbles. And the third layer, fourth layer, and fifth layer, maybe even, it depends. It's a bit thicker, to get like a nice thick mold. The plaster actually has like some sort of concrete in there, a concrete powder, so it gets really hard, so I don't really need to use those cloths, to make the mold more durable. So that is molding. Like I said, it's always the same, so I think I just skipped that part in these videos. That was it for the first part of the Marty and Michael mask. In the next episode, I will show you how to cast it. We're gonna cut off the stuff we don't need, so it looks nice. And after that, I'm gonna show you how to airbrush it and attach the belts and stuff like that. Part 2 will be released as soon as Marty and Michael have received the mask and showed it on their podcast. I'm gonna add a challenge to it, which includes the mask, and I think it's something the fans would appreciate. I'm not gonna say what it is yet, you just have to check their podcast. We'll see if they accept the challenge or if they just skip it. I have some other reviews coming up of masks I did, and I'm gonna continue doing these, making offs, because I think it was pretty fun. Not every mask, but the fun ones, I'm gonna do it. So it's gonna be less gaming on this channel. It's gonna be more mask making, sculpting, challenges that involves sculpting. I want to challenge myself to sculpt as much musicians out there as possible. You challenge me to sculpt Ski Mask the Slum God within 2 days, his face, and I'll do it. Trippy Red, Corey Taylor, or whatever. Challenge me and I'll do it. I will do some food challenges too in the future, because I still think that is fun. Mostly mask making and music and some video stuff, which will be the main stuff I'm gonna do on this channel now. So yeah, if you want to see gaming, just go to my Twitch. I will do it as soon as I have enough followers. Leave a comment who you want me to sculpt. That would be fun. Challenge me. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and all of that stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.